Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today in this classic review, we're taking a look at the Mobat driver, the real American hero, G.I. Joe, Steeler, and this will be the first figure that I review that has a broken crotch. Now, some of you may be like, what the hell is a broken crotch? And why would you be talking about that on a toy tuber, on a toy stream, or whatever it is, toy video? Well, that is because crotches were notorious for breaking with G.I. Joe, especially the earlier ones, and also thumbs. But I don't believe I have any figures with broken thumbs, and I think he's actually the only figure I still have with a broken crotch. And this is my original Steeler, so unfortunately I was not able to find a broken crotch, or I mean a non-broken crotch, for a swivel arm figure at a reasonable price that I was willing to pick up. So anyway, we're gonna take a look at this guy. He does come with an Uzi. He's one of the few vehicle drivers during the G.I. Joe original G.I. Joe A Real American Hero line that comes with a weapon. He comes with his binoculars that connect to his helmet. Again, I don't believe this is his correct helmet, as it is a different shade of green. But we're going to take a look at his design. And he also uses his own buck, his own upper torso, which is unique to any of the other O-rings other than Steeler. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this guy. Let's get into it because, hell, you know what? You've seen enough of these videos. I'm assuming by now that you're like, I've seen you enough. Hell, I see you enough on YouTube as you pop up my algorithm. So please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so I show up more in your algorithm. But you also get to see some really cool old vintage toys. All right, here we are. We have our Steeler figure who came with the Mobat. And let's just be honest, this guy is a very unique figure. You would assume that he is more of a later series figure than one of the early ones because he comes with a very unique sculpt for the most part. Not the face, but his torso, his weaponry. He's different. So quickly looking at the accessories, this is the same Uzi that you get with Snake Eyes. All right, it's got the nice, not long barrel, but a longer barrel. Has the extended magazine. And you can see the grip here. So a whole bunch of detail. Here's where you can kind of hold it in the front. You got your iron sights. I always loved the Uzi. Again, I think Snake Eyes made it super cool. Again, nice little detail. And it was always odd that he was one of the few vehicle drivers that came with a weapon. As for his helmet, I don't know if this is his helmet, as it's a different color than his. And these binoculars here are definitely from the accessory pack. So this was never used again other than on Steeler. At least not that I can remember. So quickly here, he uses these binoculars. Rather than having to put them up, he's driving a tank. So maybe this is just easier so he can see far. He's obviously going to be aiming out and about to try and take out Cobra or any type of threat. And they just have a nice little design there. Okay, who knows what that's supposed to be. Again, I think a lot of people thought of Scott Summers, even though it's completely different. But it does look like maybe this is supposed to extend back and forth, which would actually make sense. As for the helmet, it is the same style helmet. It's got the earpiece right here, holes right there, so this is what clips onto it. And because he uses the same head sculpt that a few of the other figures do, we know the helmet fits perfectly fine. As for the face, this is the last of Series 1 that I'm doing. And we have seen this head sculpt many, many times. Now with brown hair. And as I mentioned before, you can see they try to put some sort of texture in it just to make it look like it is flowing, like it is real hair. Here's the brown eyebrows, and then the brown eyes, and then the paint up top. It does give it depth. Again, the more and more I look, all I'm seeing is the same figures. But once you put the helmets on them, the visors, especially his, you can't see his eyes. You see different figures. As for the torso, I love this. I don't know why he had a gold gun. I always thought the gun actually went here and had a big long barrel. But what it is that's the strap underneath it. So he just has this pistol right here, probably like a .45 caliber. You can see the straps. They look real nice. This is going to connect to his belt. and then it's going to wrap over. And even here you can see the detail. Here is supposed to be a little bit thicker, so it has some more padding to it. As for the belt here, you got your nice little belt loops that's going to hold it into place, along with his only one. I don't know why they only did one pocket. In the front, again, he's the swivel arm, so he has the Hasbro symbol right there, and this is the house and the H. Broken crotch. This is the only figure I believe that has a broken crotch, at least one that is in working condition. That is my sole figure. The pouches we've already discussed numerous times. So you have a pouch on this side. On this side, I don't believe that it is just a pouch. I believe it is supposed to be housing something. Maybe it's a med kit. Again, if somebody knows, please let me know. He's all in this green. I can't say OD green, but it is a, we'll call it Mobat green. Boots are all black, but same concept. It looks like they have clasps up here, 2 buckles there, and a buckle right there. Kind of like a snowboard boot, or snowboard binding, not a boot. And a ski boot. Skis actually use the boots. Snowboards use boots with bindings. But all black. Again, this figure is pretty much going to stay housed in the Mobat for the majority of the time, let's be honest. Someone has to drive the Mobat, and why not it be the Mobat driver? But once you kind of arm him up, you know, here you go. And again, I never understood why he came with the weapon. Why it was him. Although people did say that I believe they said tank drivers, you know, they usually had small firearms, just in case something happened. It just was odd, like Clutch didn't come with one. You know, Grand Slam didn't come with one. Hawk didn't come with one, but he did. So, there you go. That is your Steeler review. Again, not too much to him, although he does have a different torso than the rest of the figures. Alright, so there you go. That is my original Steeler, and yes, he has seen better days. Weak, wobbly knees. It doesn't have his proper parts. You know, I mean, he does have the proper parts, but accessory packs, wrong helmet. He does have the proper Uzi, though. But again, this guy was always really cool. I never understand why he had like a gold gun. I mean, even as a kid. But he also came with an Uzi, where it was like, why did he have a gun and Clutch didn't? And even so on, when more and more of the figures came out in the line, why didn't all the vehicle drivers have them? It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but we made do, right? We made do. We were kids. We figured something out. Accessory packs. Everyone had an M16, let's be honest. Anyway, this figure, you tell me, did you have him? Is it something that sticks out in your mind? Were you one of the cool kids that had him and obviously the Mobat, and you could not have to push your toys? You just kind of pushed the turret and it went forward. Which will be the next video coming if you haven't been able to figure that out. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. You've watched me long enough. You've seen this long enough. And you're like, this is really cool. I remember a story that I had. Well, you know what? If you do, tell me in the comments. Tell me, hey, you know what? Grandma got this for me. And Mom was so mad because it was too expensive. But Grandma didn't spare $1 on me. Because I was her favorite. That's not how I got it. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Take a second. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop another video. Now, up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the review to the FLAC. And down here is going to be a playlist of all the G.I. Joe Classic reviews that I've done. Take care.